Is it somebody right on my call? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? And how are you? Yeah, you. Well, I hope you're having a glorious day. Well, as for Maryland, let me just talk about the weather. As for Maryland, I have to say that the rain melts the snow. So I know the cure to get rid of this fake snow is rain, water. Had I known, I would have just squirted it down with some water from my water hose because it seemed like nothing else moving it. Oh, this thing is bothering me. It seems nothing else is moving it. But it's true. But as you know, we're talking about the Epsteine files. And as you know, so many famous names are on it. Okay. The part that I find curious about all of this is that I thought this was all supposed to be Diddy. They did the search trying to find these names and everything. So, but Epsteine, who which I said many years ago, not many, but I said about the last 3 or 4 years that man is alive in Israel somewhere.
Now people are talking about it.
Have I not said it?
You have said it.
I've said it over and over and over. That man is not dead. I did mean he's not dead. I don't know what they did, how they did it, but one thing I'm learning in this country, you have people that want to walk in the truth. No matter what, they will leave their religion, they will leave their faith, they will leave their political beliefs for the truth. I'm one of those people. But what I find is you have some people, they won't acknowledge the truth no matter what. No matter what, they're going to continue to think bad. They're going to continue to feel away. It's nothing you can say. No matter, you know what? A person can do 1,000 good things and they can't see it. They may benefit, but they still won't give the credit for what is done good. And I'm realizing the more that I live on this planet is we have a people's problem.
We do.
And what I mean, and I blame this country, because this country I know. When you have your politicians acting like children,
sure,
then your subjects, they follow. What if your teacher went to school and she chewing gum? Billy, go here on. You could go here and pee in the corner. Go ahead. Susie, did you hit Robbie? Well, that's not nice. Try not to do that. That's what I see. And this is not about a political party. It's about what is right for us and what isn't. And how do you know what is right when you have everybody so different? Another thing that I have a problem with is the word woke. Now, in a spiritual sense, as long as I know, when you have a spiritual enlightenment, when you had an experience, a profound experience that changed your life, that changes you, we call that to a good thing. Where people call it born again. But when your whole DNA structure changes because of the experience that you endured. Some people go through it with ayahuasca. Some people can have a trip off of some weed, off of whatever. Or some people could just have a nervous breakdown. Whatever. We call that woke. That's woke. Now, woke is a political thing. Woke has got something to do with the blacks and all of that. That's not, how do you call yourself woke if you're narrow-minded? And that's for anybody. This is not about a religion. I mean, this is not about politics. How do you call yourself woke when you're narrow-minded?
Yeah, they're still narrow-minded.
Things could be so much better in this country I believe if we just, and I'm telling you, Baby Corn, you can testify. I should say it should be on many of my tapes. I don't like the way they treated Biden. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like it. And I think what this country should work on is respecting whoever's in office, whether you agree or disagree.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't badmouth our country because that's overall. Over it all, over all the BS, we are a free nation.
We are.
Overall. The doors of opportunity are open today. I don't know about 20, 50 years from now, but I know right now. And right now, it's looking like to me that this is my own opinion. You can tell me what you think. I feel as though that if we don't, this is called hard talk.
Okay.
I feel as though if we don't, I feel as though we're gonna have foreigners as our president. Foreigners in our government ruling for their favor of their people because they came here from another culture and they bring in their culture and they demand that we allow them to stay. And understand, this is not just in America. This is not in the United States. It's in London, England, it's in Africa, it's all over where these people are coming in and retaliating and fighting and demanding you give them their papers.
Yeah.
Demanding that we're not leaving.
Mm-hmm.
This is some crazy stuff. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out, And so when you talk to people and you say, well, you hear people say, I don't like ICE. It's a government.
Yeah.
I just feel as though we should stay out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do what they do.
Yeah.
And let us stay in our places.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Stay in our way.
We don't have to like it. It's the law, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let them do what they do. But this is another thing that I feel, and this is my fear, and I say this not out of prejudice or racist. I'm far from racist. And I can be prejudiced, but it wouldn't be over color.
Right.
But this is what I see. And it could be wrong. I think in about another 50 years, we're going to have foreigners running this country if we don't do something. And I don't understand for the life of me why white people are bent on this. They don't like you. Many of these Africans don't like you. They look at you as the devil, the white devil. Many of them hate you. And you're standing for them. Yeah, they act like they're on your side. Mm-hmm. But behind your back, they talk about you. They don't like you, white people. And you're willing to risk your life for them. Yes, you always got people that's going to for real like you. Don't get me wrong. But the overall consensus, they want white people to fall.
Yeah.
So they can get in power of this country. And you know what? If they get in power in this country and they send all the white people back to their country.
Yep.
Now the white people go and all the other blacks, whites and blacks, they go and we build up their country. Guess what they're going to want to do?
What?
Go back to their country.
Yeah, because it was always to go back to the country.
But what, if they took over America, this is hypothetical.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Let's say the foreigners took over. Let's say the Somalians took over. Let's just use that particular group. Mm-hmm. Or let's say the Jews.
Okay.
Because to me,
another hot.
Those are the hot topics in this country for me.
Yep.
And we don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Because I see the Somalians and the Jews the same way. And I am not racist at all.
They are similar.
But you see the Jews, they have their synagogues, they have their neighborhoods, they have their own clothes, they dress the way they want, they have their own stores, they cater to themselves, they have their own holidays, they do them.
Yep, demand that you
and they in their culture. Neighborhood, you will not move in their neighborhood. Yep. You will not be welcome. Come on, let's keep it straight.
Yeah, all true.
Especially if you get those Orthodox and you get those Hasidic
Oh, yeah.
And you get those Kabbalahs, thus the Hasidic. You get those religions. You can't go in their neighborhoods. Okay? You can go in, I suppose, but you would feel out of sort.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you see the women with their wig hair and all of that. And that's how I see the Somalians. The only thing that I haven't heard from the Jewish nation. And speaking of this, let me go back. Let me circle back. And not only that, a lot of these Jewish men, they do not work. They do Torah. They study Torah morning, noon, and night. Okay? So they don't work. So, but they believe in having children. And who takes care of their children?
The wives.
The government.
Oh.
They don't work. If you're not work,
So what do the women do?
they stay home and watch the kids and breed and have babies and take care of their husbands and make sure Sabbaths and holy days and their wives.
Gotcha.
I don't have a problem with none of that. Absolutely none of it. But when I found out that it's so many Jewish people on the system, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's actually wild.
I'm flabbergasted by it. But yet, and understand, we look at the Somalians and all the other people that is on the system. They're breaking the backs of an Americans.
Yes,
and this is my issue. My issue is this: you go to Las Vegas, you go to California, you go to any major metropolitan city, you'll see the seat laden with homeless people. And yet, we are immigrants in our own country. And we have to continue to take care of them. And you know, and then this is what white people always say, not all of them. You know what? Once upon a time, I don't know how they do it now, but when I used to live in an apartment and the exterminator would come. Now, I'm not calling anybody roaches, just listen to my concept. You they used to say, take everything out of the cabinets. Take everything out, and then they would come and spray for roaches. My point is, if you're going to get the illegals, how? How when it's all mixed up together? Even the Bible said the wheat and the tare is mixed together. How? How do you go in peacefully? How do you go in? How do you do your job? When it's been like this for so long and people have lived in their lies and their laziness or taking this country for granted.
Yeah.
So do I have an issue? I have an issue because just like people have an issue for the foreigners, I have an issue when I see the streets paved with homeless Americans.
Fair enough.
I feel that way. I'm like, help us, help our people, lower the price in medicine. How about that? They got a Trump thing out though, but to help us. Why should we have to pay taxes on a house that you paid for?
Yep, that's backwards.
I could see if you say you have to pay street taxes or ambulance tax or something, and it shouldn't be exuberant.
Right, of course not.
You know, I could see if they say, you know, you have to pay $100, $200 a month. I mean, $200, a month or a year for that. But to pay taxes on a house that you already bought and cash and paid the taxes. And then if you don't pay for whatever reason, the government have a right to take your house.
Yep, they find every way not to allow you to own anything.
You can own a car, but a building, they won't let you. And I think that's so unfair. But with that being said, what else I want to bitch about? Did I bitch about that? I just wanted to. Yes. Because I just feel as though our people are suffering. Let us heal our land. And whoever is legal. If you're legal, you're legal. I don't have a problem. I don't think anybody have a problem with the legals. But what I have a problem with is what I'm struggling with is when I see all these white people out there marching. It ain't even about you.
That's true.
The only thing that you are affected by is they're not there to keep up your gardens, your fruit, your money-making machine. How are white people to do it? They don't have to stay up there every day, draping and what is it? It's a lot of white people need jobs. Make the price reasonable. Make it and just put it out for anybody. You want a job? And don't tell me people don't want to pick. People want to work and people need money.
That's true.
And if they in another country, in another state, give them a ticket to a bus. Offer them a place to sleep. That's what they used to do at the what was that I saw? It was called the apple cider rules. Apple cider rules or something like that. And then they only work for a season and then they come back. That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, that could work. That would be helpful, but
But you gotta be legal. And you know what, people, y'all can't be doing this illegal stuff. Because it greases your pockets. No, not cool. Not cool. And I understand you're hurting. We all are hurting. Welcome to the club. We've just been hurting a long, long, long time. And the poor whites has been hurting. Those all up in those hollers and poor whites in the inner city. Oh, you got a lot of poor white folks out here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you know, I just feel as though let's love on us right now. That's my only big difference. And if it takes ice or whatever it is to filter, like roaches, you gotta clean it out. You don't know. They done been here so long, they became a part of the fabric, but they themselves mentally won't move. You know, they live separatist lives. The Jews, not all the Jews, of course not, but I'm talking about those special groups. They live separatist lives. The Somalians, I'm sure not all of them.
Yeah.
But it's a great population that the government taking care of. And I think, hey, cut it. Nobody gets it.
Yeah, that would be.
You're on your own. You know social services. I can see giving social services. This is what I truly believe. If you fell on hard times, I will give you social services. If it was me, up to 3 years.
Okay.
In 3 years, you have to get yourself together. If you are mentally ill, it'll have to be proven in those 3 years to stay on the system. But if whoever you're taking care of in 3 years, say in 3 years, you're taking care of a 15-year-old. In 3 years, he's 18. He could get a job or she could get a job.
That's true.
Do I make sense?
Yes, you do.
So I'm just thinking we really need to look, and I think we need to cut the system because the system is sucking everybody. I don't care who you are. White, black, foreign, domestic, I don't care. The system has been taken care of, and I think people that have special needs, they should be on the system.
They should.
People that are, or that people that really need it. Yes, yes, I do. And if you have a mental ailment that, like schizophrenia or something like that, yeah, that's something that you can't handle. Baby, because these things are burning me. Can you take this off of me?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I'm back. I was being stung to death. Like I was feeling like I was being stung by a bumblebee. But nevertheless.
We're just like bumblebees.
Yes, we are. So anyway, I got so many things I want to complain about, but I want to make it brief. But I did want to talk about ICE. And could things be done better? Always. Always, even something that is good could be good for now and not good for later. So things always need to be tweaked, but we do need ICE. It is the government. It is the government. They are the ones that deal with the foreign and domestic. So my thing is let them do their job. And white people, honestly, I just think that choose your battles. Choose your battles. Because I know that a lot of you are angry, especially women. A lot of you white women are so angry. And you're angry over a myriad of things. You just turned to me. Y'all talk about the angry white woman. I don't know who came up with the name Karen. But you got some angry white women out there for a whole lot. We already talked about it. For a whole lot of reasons. You were sold a bill of goods. You was told that you are the creme de la creme. You were told, but now when you see all this and ICE and all, it's making you realize we're not top. And if you keep wanting these illegals to stay in this country, they're going to rule over you. A lot, not all, a lot. You don't need a lot. All you need is really like 100 people in each state.
Okay.
To start a mutiny. right? We see that now. Look at Eon. Ehan. What's her name? Ilhan. One woman.
Yeah, well.
You only need one. You only need not even 100 people, 50 people to start a mutiny. You don't need a lot. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm saying, and what I have heard and I know, white people, not black Americans, I don't think, I'm sure you have some, but overall, I know a lot of these people, a lot of these Muslim countries are waiting for the day for you to slip so they can take and knock America off her throne. And they're not much worried about us colored folks, but they don't like you. They call you white devils. They call you evil. They say you kill, you hurt. They call you warmongers. They don't like you.
That's true.
They not like us. We Americans. We get along. White people, black people, that's what we do. You're always going to have a few that don't. But we get along. We learned how to love one another. We ain't living in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. We're living now where it's nothing for a white man and a black man. A white man and a black man.
I mean, true.
It's nothing for a couple of interracials to get back together. And one of the things that I'm finding that's blowing my mind is a lot of Asians are starting to be interracial with black women.
They're getting in the mix.
And it should be that way.
Yeah, everywhere.
If you believe that, because if you take another belief where don't mix blood, that wouldn't be a good idea. But I think we are mending and we are doing it. But I get a little afraid that if we don't get a handle on this, we're going to lose our country. We're going to be overran and we're going to be just like some of these other countries. Maybe not as a third world country, but it'll look like it. And I think that please just allow ICE to do what they do and let this thing resolve. Am I out of line?
No,
Am I asking for too much? This ain't about politics for me.
No.
This about me. I really, I cry about this. Am I lying? I really feel sad for our homeless. And for the people that was kicked out, that are special needs.
Yeah.
I have a niece that's special needs. So I have a passion for it. I have a passion. It ain't nothing for me. If I had the money, go out and give out blankets, give everybody $10, $20. I have a passion. So it's coming from that I say, please, just let ICE do what they do so we can zero in on our people.
Yes.
Our people, maybe not you, and maybe not me, and maybe not you, but we got homeless. We got people that
really need attention.
And we're spending all of this money. And not only that, it's not just the Somalians steal, all of them steal.
Yes.
There's always exceptions to the rule. But a great amount of people steal from our government. And you would think, how?
Yeah, you think the government would have been hip to everybody's game.
Because, you know why they not? Because the government steals from the government. And they steal from the people.
You're right.
And I'm saying, it's just wickedness. And
it is what it is.
But I just feel when it comes down to ICE, I am so sad that they are hated. But speaking of ICE, it's this skier. Her name is Eileen Gu. And they look at her as a traitor because she stands for the Chinese and them. Stand for the Chinese, even though she's American, she was raised in America, she, all of this. She went to China because China paid her money, but they were saying when you go to the Olympics, the windows of opportunities are open. You $1 million is nothing. You'll get that in endorsements. And they were saying, so a lot of people feel that this woman is a traitor. However, I was asking for a very dear friend of mine, and he said that quite a few athletes go to other countries. So I don't know what to feel about that. So you tell me your opinions on that. And what else I want to talk about? It's so many things, but this is the last thing I want to talk about is, Yes, Beyonce. I had to say the best for last. Okay.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. So what I want to say about Beyonce is this. Everybody knows that Beyonce practiced witchcraft. We forget about the Illuminati days.
We did.
Y'all forgot about all that, right?
Yeah, y'all did.
Y'all forgot about Holly witches. Y'all forgot about that. The thing that gets me, that gets me going is, how is it that people don't want to believe that Beyonce could be tied up in this? She's married to Jay-Z.
Yes.
And I don't know if you heard of this, but this is a saying in the United States. And it could be said all over the world. I don't know. I forgot what it was. Because I was thinking about 3 things as I was thinking about it.
Got you.
But one of the things that I think about Beyonce is, everybody knows that she practiced Ifa. That is a religion that deal with the African spirits and the African gods.
Yes.
Let me be clear. Every religion could be good or bad, because you're dealing with energy. Okay? And it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. You're going to die. Figure that out. And so if you know automatically you're going to die one day, and you don't know what happens after, regardless of what you believe. This ain't about belief. This is about what you know.
Yeah.
You know you're going to die. But you don't know what is the aftermath of after you die, right? So when you think like that, and you think, well, I don't know what will befall me when I die, wouldn't you think that would make you want to be a better person?
Yeah, you're right.
So do you think when Beyonce is messing with, see, I understand Ifa, and I understand about the gods, Oshun, Yaya, Oshun, I can't even remember. I studied them for a while. I can't even remember them. Oh, the male and the female. You know, Oshun, she's the goddess of waters, lakes, streams. Yaya, they all have different things. You have one that sweeps you. I really was into this. If it's ugly and get dark, that's because you can do that. I can go to Christianity and cast a spell because the Bible is filled with spells.
Okay.
It's filled with sorcery. What about the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace? Whoa, I see one that looked like the Son of Man. If that was in real life, don't you know that would have been pandemonium? I don't think people really, they don't want to believe.
Okay.
That you are a physical human being with a mind, a soul, and a body and spirit. And when you die, what is spirit? The breath of your being moved from your body. Yes. And they have shown pictures of people's souls leaving their bodies like a mist.
Yeah.
I hope that happened to me.
That'd be nice.
Huh?
I said that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. At least I think it would be nice. I don't know, but I'm hoping it would be nice. So when I think about Beyonce, and I don't know why is it people don't want to believe that she knows something.
She's got,
you know, she was with Diddy when those boys went and took that walk to get that pie, cheesecake. Who was it for? Beyonce. Where was she? Upstairs with Diddy. Obviously, he was taking care of her because he made sure she got her.
Yep, her cheesecake.
So my thing is, she even said, I am the woman I am today because of Jack. What? Even now, they even talking about her going on a show. She's about to do another concert.
Is it for her new cowboy album?
Yes. And if people don't see, this is about her. She don't give a damn about you. Who would give a show in this? She wants that money because she needs it because of her husband. And me, on the other hand, you all don't have to agree, but me, You stayed with this man all this time.
Yeah.
You dealt with it, whether y'all separated, whether what. But now that his name is in mud, now you want to divorce him? It's always been a rumor that the divorce. And I'm going to say it now. I'm not going to believe until I see it's done. Mm-hmm. And when I did that interview, when I talked about Beyonce the last time, and I said, I won't believe it. Mm-hmm. And that video came out. Yeah. I said, why she didn't dispute it? Mm-hmm. Why did she have one of her peoples to go? She didn't, because she wants us to know. Yeah. She wants us to know, but how you going to separate yourself? And I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to pull some cards on this one. Because I believe it. I don't believe you can run from what you do. You can run, but you can't hide. So you can go and get a divorce from Jay-Z all you want. Yeah. But there's going to be a whole lot of people out there that's going to say you knew. There's going to be, you may have not done a lot. You have been also, Beyonce has also been accused of murder.
Yep, she has.
But Beyonce has been accused of giving her miscarriages over to occult religion. These are all out there.
I don't believe it.
Whether it's true or not, I didn't make it up. I don't have no. It is true that Beyonce said when the spirit come over her, she turns into Sasha Fierce.
Yep, she did say it. Mm-hmm.
Beyonce has said a lot of things. Beyonce works. When Beyonce was pregnant with the twins, she did this whole ritual before us. Remember? Mm-hmm. When she dressed up?
Yep, I do remember that.
In the gold? Beyonce, the question is, I don't care whether she's a witch. Is she a good witch or is she a bad?
Yeah, that's
because the drummer who worked with her a few years back said she was evil. Mm-hmm. People are saying, even 50 Cent said that she gangster. I don't understand why you hail someone greater than yourself. She's just Beyonce. Mm-hmm. She's a woman, a natural woman, subject to fall, error. She loved Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z ruined it with the cheating and the lying and all of that. But she stayed with him. So now that he's sinking, she's going to leave? What about for better or for worse? Mm-hmm. Rich or poor?
Exactly.
Sickness and in health. What about that? I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool. Because to me, you're running because you're trying to separate yourself. If she's trying to get a divorce, that's because she's separating herself. But I'm showing you right now, she can separate till there is a black moon. Okay. Okay, not a black moon, a pink moon. Okay, not pink, because that could be
a green moon.
A green moon. A green moon. There are always going to be people that's going to see it like me. You was with this man for years, ever since you was 16 years old, or somewhere along that line. All the way up to now, she's 44, 45 years old?
I think 45.
And you're going to think that I'm going to say, after all these years, you don't know nothing? I call BS on that.
Mm-hmm, most definitely.
Do Beyonce know?
Oh, very fitting. Speaking of the moon as the analogy. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So what are you saying? I'm saying, yes, she's into the darkness. Yes, she's into cycles and all of that. Yes, she does practice. Yes. Whether it's evil, I don't know. But I look at it like this when you're dealing with the arts. Don't come for me, I won't come for you. Mm-hmm. The arts to me is a sneaky way of fighting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because what the person is doing it in the dark.
Yeah.
So you can't say they did anything. Mm-hmm. But your life is falling apart.
Yeah.
Because they are casting spells and dealing with energy, the frequency. Oh my God.
What?
Because I know people don't believe it.
Oh yeah, that is true. They still struggle to believe that when it comes to
Should I tell them a story? Shall I tell them one of my stories or no?
Sure.
Okay. Don't judge me.
Sorry.
Should I tell them a story? This is why I stand flat-footed. many years ago, many years ago. I would say I was in my 20s when I first started getting into the arts. And of course, I had a boyfriend at the time, and he did me wrong as hell. He took my apartment and stole my furniture. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I could have had the apartment had I been able to afford to pay the rent and pay all the things I needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't. I couldn't pay the rent and pay my lights and my car and all that. So for that, he won the apartment. And when he won the apartment, he kept my stuff. He kept my clothes. He kept my pictures. He kept my stuff. Okay, I was so angry, and because I always been into this as a little girl, so this is when I first started going into spell casting, because I you seen it on TV.
Yeah.
So I am not going to tell you the spell, but I go and I get the spell, and I'm going to tell you this, judge me, but I'm telling you, I'm coming from this is just one incident.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did everything I needed to do. So, I'm going to just give you a few little things. I had to go get some graveyard dirt. So I went and got the graveyard dirt. I was supposed to do certain things. It was supposed to be done a certain kind of way. I was supposed to have a certain kind of oil. I was supposed to make something. I'm not saying what I did. And I did it all. I did it all. Precise.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So for the first, nothing didn't happen. Nothing. But do you know about like 2 weeks later, he comes banging on my door in my new apartment. He said, I heard you put a spell on me. Now, seriously, I heard you put a spell, because when I did it, my oldest daughter was there with her girlfriend. They were young. They was in high school. They were with me when I was going. We was laughing. Oh, we went to the oldest cemetery where it was lumpy, where you were walking on coffins. This is truth word. What they say about God on God. Okay, and so we went through a lot to do everything. I got everything, and they were there when I did it because they wanted to see it. So, but it wasn't nothing. So about 2 weeks later, so he come knock on my door. Boom, boom, boom. I heard you put a spell on me. Now, inside of me, I'm shaking.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm saying, he said, because somebody came to my house and tried to kill me. They beat me. I said, you believe in Jesus? There ain't no way a spell can work when you believe in Jesus.
I know that's right.
If you have an opening, and he had an opening with me because he stole from me and wouldn't give me my belongings. Had he was upright, walking right, doing right, it wouldn't have bothered him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But because he had an opening, and I knew that. And please, people, that's what you got to realize. Spells work if you have, that's why they say, could you put a spell on my boyfriend? Could you put a spell on this person? Because that person has done something to you that wasn't resolved. So when you go to the spellcaster or you casting the spell yourself, right? You had that power. And if they have all these entities need is an opening. God, it's like air. It's cold, right? Do you know it's always cold? Always cold, okay? So it's easy to get in warm than to get out the cold. How do I say that? It's cold. Even inside your house. If you didn't have heat, it'd be cold.
It's
right?
easier to
warm
stay
up
cold than it is to warm up. There we go.
Right. It's easy to stay cold than to warm up because the cold is always with us, okay? Other than when the summertime and all of that. Right. But other than that, if it's in the winter, it's going to be cold in your house. It's going to be cold in your bed. It's going to be cold everywhere you go. And the heat insulates because it's cold all around you because we're in space, people.
And space is cold.
Oh, and space is cold. So anyway, so when he said that to me, and I said, you said you believe in God. And I said, the word of God says no weapon formed against you can prosper. Exactly. So I don't know who told. He said, he was crying.
Well, I
And
know
when
you're serious.
he got off the phone, now the negative thing, because I quoted scriptures, because I know my scriptures at that time. And so I felt vindicated. But I'm glad he didn't die. He was badly beaten, and he blamed me for that. But because the girl went back who was scared.
Oh, okay.
They were young, so they was over there screaming, and teenagers fascinated. Ooh, they saw me do it. I was a young parent. Now I wouldn't, but at the time they were teenagers. They was like 14, 15. They were with me. They were my partners in crime with this. And so they were there. They didn't participate. I didn't have them participate. They sat on another side. But what happened was, I didn't do the end of the spell right. I told you this. I didn't do it right because it said, after XYZ days, take everything you have, all of it, and dispose of it away from your house. Well, I didn't do that because I wanted to save it and use it again because I still had stuff left over. So I didn't want to throw it away because I don't feel anything when I'm doing it. And so I don't know, a couple of days I went to light the stove and it blew up in my face. And a ball of fire. I could be dead today. I was singed, hair, body, and I'm telling you, that team, the paramedics, they came in a burn unit and they saved my skin on the spot. They did all this stuff to save me because I went down to light the pilot and it just blew up in my face. And you risk things like that. So when you're doing something, just know it could backfire. And it didn't backfire. It's just that I knew I lied. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I lied. When he said, I just used the scripture. Maybe I shouldn't have used the scripture for that. But I was just saying what scripture said.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, yeah, I did. And ha. No, he would have killed me.
Yeah,
No.
hey, if it's what he believes, you can
use the scriptures. But I hope in using that gave him some kind of peace. I say all of that to say this. Don't underestimate things that you don't understand.
Exactly.
You can do things to people if you're on the right frequency. You can learn, right? You didn't always know you could read, right? Somebody taught you to read, right? And now you can read your way out of anything, right? When the day you realize you could read, you don't know, but you can read. It's like that. Everything has a cause and effect. If you're messing with this stuff, be careful. Or something can happen to you like me. And how do I know? Because I went to the person that was helping me, a gypsy woman, I could say that. And she helped me and she said, you didn't follow the direction. You were supposed to get rid of everything. She said, you're glad that you're alive today. But because it didn't take him out, it didn't take me out. So
that's good for you. In that
so
sense.
I just want to share that story for people that don't believe. And that's just one story. So we
know what kind of karma that Beyonce could
that's what I'm trying to say. Right. This is what it is. So don't underestimate it. Don't underestimate, because it doesn't work like what you think. I don't know what people think the spooky and the eerie.
Whatever movies tell them.
It doesn't work. This is not like, what's those three girls' name? The young girls and the witches. You like that show? Oh. It's a movie.
It's gonna come to me.
Well, anyway,
exactly what you're talking about.
It's not like that. It's not like the Witches of Eastwick. It's phony. It's phony. But if you know what you're doing, and that person got beef or something connecting y'all that have negative tension, oh yeah, because that's what it feeds off of. It feeds off negativity. I hope I help.
Yes, you do. Good.
So I went on that, and I come to say this. I'm not saying Beyonce, but what I do know, I don't know, but I truly believe she's a witch because of what she said. But my question is she a good witch? Is she a bad witch? Or is she a witch? Or is she the kind of witch, you come for me, or if I don't like you, then that would make her a bad witch?
Yeah, true, because then
Because she's being selfish. She's going off on her own, like I did.
Right, that's what I was trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you just go and do whatever you want, are you really a bad witch? Because you're just doing as you please.
Yeah, that made me bad. But I learned from that. I tell you that. If something say get rid of everything, I don't care if it's $1,000. I'm throwing it in the trash. Not in my trash, but away.
Yes, if it said away, then away.
I didn't do that. I was saving it.
I totally get it.
You know how you don't spend this money, this used product. You just discard it. But I paid a price. So I say all that to say to you, even though it's wavering, Beyonce don't strike me as, she strikes me as a witch, but more on a healing side. Because witches heal.
Yes, it's their intent.
It's their intent to heal, or spook you or whatever. But you can summon angels and demons.
That's true.
You don't have to believe it. But don't let it happen till you didn't say, I believe. But thank God you haven't had an experience. And many people have not had an experience. But I've had several. Many, I should say. And I'm telling you, this stuff is real. So for these cards to come out with Beyonce in the darkness and say that Beyonce needs to learn to temper her gift. Mm-hmm. She needs to learn not let her emotions rule. Mm-hmm. She, like what I did, I allowed my emotions to rule. And I thank God he didn't die. It would have never came back to me. Never. What? I didn't do it.
Right.
I set it in motion because
that's one thing about magic.
Yeah, once you do it, you don't have no control who going to do it unless that's what you did. I had no control. I didn't say, let a car run him down. I didn't say none of that. I just wanted him hurt. I wanted him to feel. I wanted him to have pain and misery. I wanted him to suffer. And he did. But at the end of the day, I got nothing out of it. Because I didn't get my stuff back. He came, but I wasn't going to admit that, of course, to him. So, but he survived it. I hope it made him a better person because that girl went back and told everything. And so, and said that I trusted her. She was my daughter's friend. Who'll go back and tell stuff like that? You. I could imagine her telling that to her parents. She did a spell and she did, because they were scared. They was laughing, but she was like, like they was really intrigued with it. To be inside of it, to see how it's done, it could be a daunting thing. What do you think?
Yeah, true, but for the friend's sake, that should have been something that stayed between you and your friend.
We promised. They promised me they weren't going to say anything, but my daughter wasn't.
Of course, but the friend.
She wanted, but when we was going through the cemetery, walking over top of those coffins.
Oh my God. A lumpy, bumpy cemetery.
I have to take you there.
Please. I've never seen a cemetery like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's old. It's like back in the 16th century.
It sounds like it's old if it's like that.
Okay. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to call your sister and get where this was, and I'm going to see if she can remember. I know she knows where it's at because she's never left Maryland. I did. But anyway, so I see what Beyonce, I do see Beyonce does play in the arts. But I do think a lot of it is for healing and for mental strength. I think she does a lot of self-healing. I think that because once you know how energy works, all you really have to do is think a thing.
Mm-hmm. I do have a question. I want to know, is Beyonce, now we heard Beyonce's names and rumors in the Epstine files. Yeah. So I want to know, how deeply is she connected to what Epstein did? And
here I see a 9. And explain that 9 to me.
The way I see that 9, the 9 of Pentacles in particular, is somebody who definitely had a very good front row seat that got to enjoy and reap the benefits even. However, maybe not somebody that was fully immersed because it's not the 10.
Right.
But close enough. It's
close enough where I've seen, hear, and know. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something before I tap out. It's intriguing to be in darkness. Okay. It's just like going to a haunted movie. You go to a scary movie. You screaming. You're like, why I put myself through this? Mm-hmm. It's something alluring about it. It's something enchanted. It's something that just make you curious. It makes you want to know. It gives you a sense of empowerment. You know, that you could do something that nobody know you're doing, but you could do that. And you could get away with it because it's not pinpointed to you. Back in the day, they used to burn you at the stake.
That's true.
So do I think that? You can't tell me that you are a witch and you only do good white magic. You probably do gray magic, black magic, and white magic. Magic is magic.
Yep, whatever you need for that
Whatever
moment.
you need for whatever it is. Some people do their magic by making potions and concoctions and things like that. Some people use the power of the word, you know, or scriptures. Everybody does it different. Or incantation, or summons things up, incantations. It's a lot to this. I'm just saying all of that to say, just open up your mind, and don't think it's crazy because Beyonce is into this.
Yeah, for real. Nobody
Don't.
wants to believe it.
They don't want that. Y'all want. Why do you want to continue to put people up on a pedestal? Why? She's rich. She's wealthy. They say that the Bible says nothing good about rich people. And when it comes, then this is it. When it comes down to that man that worked for 27 years, the question is this. Is she wrong for not taking care of him? No. She doesn't owe that man anything, in my opinion. In my opinion. But when you have billions, you are a billionaire.
Yeah.
You are a multi-millionaire. You have reached billion status.
Yes, billions.
You can't send that man $500,000, $500,000, 200. It's just about integrity. It's about love. This is truly about love. Loving your neighbor. He worked for you for 27 years and you give nothing? No, you don't owe him nothing.
No.
But out of, I appreciate you.
Yes.
Out of, I know this is going to be hard on you. This is a one-time thing, just even some jobs give you a service package. But to give nothing, I don't think it's wrong. I don't. But there's a part of me that don't think it's right either.
Exactly.
Because the humanity in me. She can give that man $50,000. It don't have to be a lot.
Right.
But she could afford to give that man $200,000. Easy. Write it off as a tax deductible, whatever. Just to help him.
Yeah, it's kind of really weird how certain celebrities, not all, of course, once they start getting money, it's like a certain mentality. Well, if I give this person money, then other people think just because they've worked me for that long that they are entitled to money as well.
Right.
So then it's like, I don't want to start that thing. But I'm like, as you said, you have the money, so why not spread the
Because he
wealth?
was loyal to you for 27 years. It's just, sometimes you do things because it's the right thing to do. He said, you could have sent him some flowers. You could have, but that's okay, because that's what I'm saying. It's the rich to be wealthy like that. It's uncomprehendable. And so you expect people wealthy like that to do like things.
Yeah, it's normal decency.
For somebody that worked for them for 27 years, that means she was with him. He was with her when she was with Destiny Child.
Or just leaving.
Or just leaving. So I know if it was me, I would have sent him some flowers, and I would have given him some money. Or maybe I would have gave him a check for the next 6 months or something. Like that he didn't work. Maybe something like that. Or maybe I would have given him a lump sum for his loyalty. for his loyalty of services.
Mm-hmm.
However, she doesn't owe him anything.
No, she doesn't.
But
Mm-hmm.
we should learn to love one another, look out for one another, care. And this man worked for her. He was the backstage getting all this props and all these things done. But that just goes to show everybody who says that she's not a nice person. And I told you, if you look at Beyonce, she's a beautiful woman, but she look mean.
She doesn't.
She's got a mean look on her face. She's starting to get that Dorian Gray. I know you don't see it because you're looking at her beauty. It's in her eyes. Her eyes look hard and her eyes look mean, like her mother.
Yeah, but she used to look lively.
Lively and fun. Look at her. Not ugliness. We're not looking at that.
She's still gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, beautiful. Yes. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about if you see how her face has become bitter, hard. She doesn't have that light she used to have. She doesn't have the joy in her eyes that twinkle anymore. She doesn't have it at all. So with that being said, her outcome will be, and I'm going to tell you,
double not.
Double not. In other words, she ain't giving up. Here, this is somebody content. I don't care what y'all say, because I'm going to give another show and I'm hitting your pockets again. And anybody that's willing to go out there and pay these outrageous prices to go see Beyonce in times like this,
joke's on you.
It's on you. It's on you. You want to continue to make her rich? It's on you. Or you could have said, look, that man that's suffering, we could send that money to him and help him out.
Yes.
And it said that his daughter had to go up there. So she must have been, she probably saying, I'm Beyonce. So she never said nothing bad about Beyonce at all.
No, not at all.
And you could tell that she didn't want to do it, but just out of need. And I'm sure somebody out there, because if I had the money, I would send them something. I don't have the money. But if I had it, I really would. I would remember I have a heart for people that are struggling. I have a heart for people that falling down on their luck. I have a heart for that. I do. I have a heart for men and women, especially women that have been broken by a man. I have a heart for that. I have a heart when I see people hungry on the street. I have a heart for it. I could cry thinking about it. It bothers me. It bothers me. So for much given, much is required.
That's true.
And that's what I say about that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I talked about a numerous of things, but I hope that I made some kind of sense. At least I got it off of my belly, right? So did I make any kind of comprehension? Did I? You think so?
Yes, I do.
But as I said, ICE is here. Let's just try to stay out their way. That's all I ask.
Yes.
Not out of no political, just let them do their job.
Yeah.
And then when it's all said and done, then in 4 years, we can look at the presidency and we could say you was a rat, you was an ass, you was this, you was that. But let's give him a chance. He's been in there a good year. Let's give him a chance. That's all I'm saying. And I would be like that with any president, because I believe that we should show respect for our president, especially in the world, because it makes us look bad and weak.
Yep. And
before the world
else clowns us.
And everybody clowns us, and it's only a matter of time before someone comes in and try to do something that's a sneaky peek. And I'm saying, please, we got to learn to respect our country. Even if you're angry, this is our homeland. Our homeland. We helped build it. Come on. I'm talking to the indigenous. It's just not black indigenous. There's white indigenous.
Whoever helped build this.
Whoever helped build it from the tutor to the rooter.
That's true.
From the head to the feet.
Yeah, we all this together.
We're in it together. So the Indians, the Mexicans, the Africans, Americans, white people, all of us. I just wish we could just live in a world where we could just not have hatred and bigotry and have prejudice and racism.
Because when you think of all these land masses, you're just like, nothing separates them besides the division that we say, this is my country, this is my land. I'm like, there's no physical
This is
division.
God land. But in the world we live in, we fought for this and we won. So it's ours. It's just like if you when you go to Olympics, right? They're fighting to win.
They are.
Everybody don't get those trophies, no matter how much they do.
That's true.
You won, that's yours.
Yeah, that's true. Fair and square.
Fair and square. And this is what this is all about. And so when I hear the Somalians saying this is our land, I find that kind of talk, that rhetoric, I find that frightening. Because I personally know how powerful Islam can be. And if you ever been to one of them black Islamic churches that share that belief,
Oh, okay.
you would understand what I'm talking about. They don't play, So anything else you want to add? I think that we talk about everything.
Before we hop off, there is some update going up out there about Nancy Guthrie.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can't forget to mention her.
Can't forget her, yeah.
Yes. The family has been entirely cleared, so that was
but the son-in-law.
Yes.
And that's family.
That's family. I forgot about
And he's talking allegedly, but he won't tell them everything. I don't know.
You said there was something in it.
I know. And of course, I knew it had to do with family. And I'm stating it because I said it then. I think his wife is involved in this.
Yeah, because
he said somebody was in the house with him, but he didn't say who it was, and his lawyer said that he didn't have to say.
Okay.
So he know who was in the house. He knows what went on, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
So I'm just listening and waiting and following this because I truly believe that it was a family member or somebody who she was close to, or she had a vendetta against, or somebody had a vendetta against her.
Yep.
However, it was an argument with the mother, with whoever was in the house, the son-in-law. And he was there, he saw everything, and he's not speaking. But for that, you said on that law, he'd be arrested in my eyes.
For real, you really did sit on it.
You held back information.
You that close.
You lied. You going down, bro. Huh?
Yeah, he was that close to the family, us.
And never said anything. And he said he know who it is because this person is hiding, haven't been around, won't come around.
And they won't find a way to coerce that information out of him.
The United States laws sometimes just have me like.
Because everybody's trying to get information on this. I'm like,
they got a lot. They about to close this down.
Exactly.
They got a lot.
They got to shake this information out.
And a lot of times you can't tell because the public and you notice I'm saying this with David case with the young girl.
Yep.
And this. It seems like with all the movies and everything we're putting out, these people that are kidnapping and doing these taking of lives, they are being proficient at it because you tell them what to do. You show them through your movies, like even talking through this Guthrie.
Yeah.
Y'all still telling everything.
Yeah, what not to
You
do.
could be a perfect murderer, or I don't know if I can say, but anyway, a perfect person to take someone's life or kidnap because they show you the rules. They tell you what to do.
And if you fall into the pit traps, you just wasn't listening.
You just wasn't listening. And as you know, it's getting more and more harder for the police, for them and the FBI to solve cases.
Yeah.
And I wonder why.
At this point, you really got to be a mastermind.
Because they done gave out so many information and the people are using them and dodging it. Even who would come and say, I know information, but I'm not saying because I don't want my life, blase. I sat on this for a couple of weeks and you don't press jail
right
for withholding information.
Yes.
And you are protected.
You got the whole FBI searching the government and
you sat on all that and knew that?
There's something suspicious about that.
It's crazy. So anyway, that's what I heard. How true it is, I don't know. I'm just getting secondhand information like everybody else. So, but we're following that. Everything we talked about from Ice to Beyonce to Jay-Z.
Yeah. Everything going on in the government.
And also Oprah. also Whoopi. All their names are in that Epstein file. Kardashians. So Jamie Foxx. I heard he was a sneaky peek in it. So it's all coming out. But let's be clear. Naomi Watts, Naomi Campbell, not all of them, I think, was doing wicked stuff. No. But I heard something about Beyonce was 16 carriages and something about she gave him 16 visas.
Okay.
And then somebody said, I don't know how true this is, that was 16 miscarriages. I don't think she had miscarriages at all. I don't think she had 16. And they were saying, were there was that some kind of sacrifice? I don't know.
That's a very good question.
I don't know. But I do know clearly they said that's a blood that's a blood god.
Yes, because it's exactly. Because when you start thinking about what Epstein was doing allegedly with the baby sacrifices and the blood, and you start thinking about Beyonce and, then you just start thinking about that weird time not saying.
It's a blood god. And even so, we know it's a blood god because people don't want to accept it, but the God of the Bible is a blood god.
Yeah, nobody.
What do you mean? That. Because they say, "Drink my blood, eat my flesh."
But don't drink the blood of anything else.
Don't eat, but symbolically. But even though you're asking for that, you're a bloodthirsty God, in my opinion. And I do believe that it's power in the blood. I do believe Tim Sells. I believe it's healing in blood.
Yes.
If it's the right blood for you.
I like that.
So yes, that's why they give transfusions.
Yeah.
And that's why Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in transfusions. So anywho, I think I got it.
Yes,
I felt I was a little spastic over the place, but I feel like I got enough in. Do you think?
Yeah,
so please leave what you have to say down below. Beyonce is a witch, and let me speak for me. I'm not coming because I'm not a religious zealous. I don't see anything wrong with anybody being a witch. I don't see anything wrong with anybody being a Satanist. I don't see anything wrong with anybody being a Presbyterian, a Catholic, whatever faith that works for you.
That's true.
I don't have a problem with it. But when you start having your faith affect me for no cause.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. If you want to study this, that, and the other thing, fine. Long as it ain't bothering me.
Yep.
And you ain't trying to convert me. And if I asked you questions, you're willing to share and enlighten me.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that. But if you're trying to change the world and convert and all of this foolery, I have an issue with it.
Yeah, that's where they get a little lost in the scripture, but I totally get it though.
You get it? So I'm not here to judge anybody's faith. If it worked for you, work it. If Ifa is working for Beyonce, why would I let something go that's working for me?
Exactly.
When you believe in Jesus and you pray and you fast, you don't think that's a spell casting? Don't you do it because you want something? Hello.
Yep.
It's in all faiths. Some of them want you to try ayahuasca. Some of them want you to go some of them want you to go away. Some of them have you go. Christians do all of that. Go up in the mountains and pray, fast for 40 days, and because you're manifesting. So please, I don't judge Beyonce for being a witch at all. I do not. That's her choice. But if she's harming other people without a just cause, I have a problem with that.
Yes.
And shame on her for taking advantage of her power.
Yes.
If that is what she's doing. Shame on every preacher who takes advantage of their congregation through money.
Yep.
Through their lies, to the word. It is there and it's real. And all I can say is wake up, be new. Have a brand new mindset. A brand new heart. When you're born again, everything about you change. Old things passed away, and behold, all things new. And I'm telling you, Beyonce has been saying God, but she doesn't serve the God like she serves powers, entities. Those are the gods.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If it works, work it. You stay in Christianity because it worked for you. Work it.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Mhm,
What do
yeah.
you say about that?
Yeah,
You're a
something for
witch,
everybody.
and if it works for you, why let it go?
Exactly.
If it's bringing you success and it's not hurting anyone, okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then what's
Yeah.
so wrong with that? Anyone,
Yes. Anyone.
babies and all,
Mhm.
because I know they eat babies. I know it. I know it. You could just see it when you look at the world and other cultures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's something about it. Because if you can take the blood and put it on your face
Yeah, you're right. That's just
and
one
say,
step away from the mouth.
making me feel like I'm young. If I'm gonna take the blood, they say from an animal. But human blood would be better to
Right.
take it and put it because I'm human. So why would I want animal blood?
You're right.
Human blood, especially if it's my right DNA, and I'm putting it all on my face because the Kardashians taught us about the blood thing.
Of course.
These are
Exactly.
blood sacrifices.
You know the Kardashians been on.
And I seen these done in old movies where they was doing blood things for their face. So don't think these things are strange. Don't think they are strange. And don't be so narrow-minded that you just don't believe. Just because you haven't, it doesn't mean. And every time you say, I don't believe that, say, but I'm going to die one day. Are you going to be a ghost?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen to that brilliant mind? Everything goes back to sleep, of course.
Yes.
But there is a part of you that shall never die. And that is the essence of you. The core of you that has been here many times. Many times in many capacities and many colors and many flavors. You've been here. Just like Jesus said, before Abraham was, I was. So are you. And with that, I think we ended that on a good note. And if you like this, and I know it was a little long, but I had a lot to talk about. I hope it makes sense in some capacity because I felt overwhelmed. And as you all know, I don't write things down because it seems phony to me. I will if I have to, but I tried doing it, but it don't make me feel like I'm being authentic. So I'd rather have the hiccups sound and be real than to write it and read it. It just doesn't, it's just like me going to a church and the preacher's preaching, but he's reading off a paper. I want him to preach to me. I want to see his face. I want to feel his soul. And that's why I do it this way. So bear with me. And I know you do. And I thank you for watching and joining us. Please give us a thumbs up because we really need it. We really need it. We're just trying to get to 5,000.
Yes.
Okay? And so when we get
made it to 400.
We did?
Yes, we did make it to 400.
Ooh, that took a month.
Yes, thank you.
A month.
Just 600 more to go. We're at 4,000.
Come on, people, help
3,000.
us. If you just happen to look at a minute, and let's say, I don't like them, just say, I'm going to give them a thumbs up because I feel sorry for them.
Yes, get us through that algorithm. Thank you.
Just get us through the algorithm. That's all. Just watch us. Keep it on for a minute. How many minutes it need?
A minute, 30 seconds, really, but we say a minute.
A minute. Just let it play, and then just give it a thumbs up because that means a lot. And you all know what it is that I want out of this more than anything. You know what it is that I'm aiming for. I don't know about Baby Crone. Tell them what I want, Baby Crone. What is it that I want?
You want that YouTube plaque?
I want that YouTube plaque.
100,000 subscribers.
Help me get the YouTube plaque. The money, all that is great. But that's not what this is about for me. That's a bonus. But that's not what it's about for me. To achieve that, to achieve it.
I get it. 100,000 people.
To achieve that. Oh my God, I will feel so good about me and about you. And I don't even know how. All I can do, you can make it happen for me. And if you have any ideas of what I could do that can make it more enjoyable for you, let me know, please. Because it's about me. We want to please you.
We do.
We want to share our feelings, but we got a lot of time to do that. Like today, I can come on and hard talk and just talk. But at the end of the day, we want to have substance. And I want to bring you the news from all over. But I want to be able to talk about it in a simple term. Nothing deep and heavy. I don't want to use no words like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I just want to use the word they not. Yep.
They
Dang. I just want to keep it like neighbor to neighbor.
Yep.
Simple news where like you would be talking. I don't want to be talking on a college level or on a spiritual level that you don't even know. I just want to keep it simple and just give you the PowerPoints.
Yes, PowerPoints.
That's
PowerPoints.
And so with that, so if I don't even know if we're going to make it to 100. People call in and always say, you'll get there.
Thank you for the encouraging words.
At 2,400. I am grateful because if I had 2,400 people in the world, I would have a mega church. Okay. But in the two,
no.
But it is a lot.
It is.
And we're grateful.
Yes,
and they show up.
Yes,
At least over 1,000 show up every week. And I'm grateful.
Yes,
I am so grateful. And I thank you, and thank you.
Yes.
Please help us get our plaque. I called it. I'm owning it. And we can. Just help us. Tell us what we could do. Tell us what you like, what you think that could help us or get that plaque. We do everything we can. If you have any information that you think, I think if you try this, if you do this, and we'll try it if it makes sense to us, okay? We will really, really try it. And we thank you. And so, like I said, all I got to do is say, hype us up. Subscribe to us.
There we go.
Yes, there it is. We all get it right.
We are.
Right? So we thank you for joining us. And you know what we say as always, a sunny day means what? Sunflowers.